was going through a nervous breakdown. But I thought it was really too grotesque given the circumstances.
Scott, could you? They didn't hear it in back. Could you repeat it, please?
It's a two-part question. It's always the last one of the night. The question is why the...
As a fan of the ballet.
Yeah, as a fan of the ballet, this woman was quite perplexed by the large tattoo on Mila Kunis's back because no ballet dancer would be allowed to have such a tattoo. And then the other question, was why the film was so unnecessarily grotesque.
Well, let's see. Actually, a lot of dancers have a lot of tattoos.
You don't see them in the audience.
That's right. It's called cover-up. But there's a lot of tattoos, and so it's pretty common.
I didn't know that.
But she does have a very big tattoo. But it's dramatic license. And it was sexy and cool looking. And the grotesque element of it. It's a very, very hard line as a filmmaker to know when is too much, and I'm generally on the wrong side of it. But I live and die by that. I think the fork scene in Mickey's head might have cost him the Oscar. Sorry, Mickey. But there were, and so it's about a line. And for me, the physicality of the movie, if that's what you mean by grotesque,
yes,
is such an important part of it. And it's actually been really interesting. The response from dancers, that's kind of been the thing that's been the most complimentary from working dancers, is that finally people can see how hard it is, how much work it takes to create beauty. And that's what they've been thankful for, is for showing their pain. And if you, Ashley Bowder, New York City Ballet, one of the great dancers, wrote a beautiful piece about the film on the Huffington Post. And she talks about her own injuries, which she says in our film, if anything, there weren't enough injuries. And so, and it's about transformation. It's about, the film is ultimately a werewolf movie. It's about and that's what, if you know Swan Lake, it's about a girl who's trapped as a swan. And at night, at day she's a swan, and at night she's half swan, half human. And when I heard that, I realized it was a werewolf movie. And so I was excited to give Natalie Portman that type of treatment of transforming into it, because that's what the fairy tale's about. So I'm sorry if I upset you and offended you, but beware of my films.
Unfortunately, we're out of time. But, Darren, New York.